Alright, mark your calendars, everybody, because it's not every day I'm gonna recommend Apple make a service. Why? Because, well, they've sure made enough as is, and I don't like most of them, so it's not every day the Apple sheep is actually gonna get on Tim Cook's side of things and be like, you know what, here's a service you could get into. I think this might be worth it because I kind of get sick of all the News Plus, TV Plus, Arcade, all this membership stuff gets annoying, but today's service idea would not actually have a monthly cost necessarily, but with all the people forming a mass exodus against Robinhood right now, I don't think it's a bad idea. Let's begin. So yeah, in case you haven't been keeping up with the news, there's a lot going on in the stock market right now, mainly because some hedge funds decided to try to short sell some businesses they didn't think were gonna make it, and Wall Street Bets, a subreddit, decided not today, and we're gonna all start buying up those stocks, which causes a domino effect in which return, all of these billionaires running hedge funds are now losing a ton of money. And then some brokerage services like Robinhood and Webull started restricting the ability to purchase said stocks, which caused an awful lot of backlash that even right-leaning and left-leaning politicians all agreed on. This is a bad thing and it shouldn't be allowed because we have a free market, and if a bunch of people want to buy up a stock because that's the stock they choose to purchase, they should be totally free to do so. And as of this morning, those brokerage services have gone back on that decision, but it seems like the damage has kind of already been done, and there's a lot of people that are just like, get off Robinhood or get off Webull or get off any service that's deciding, hey, we think this stock in particular is too risky, so you can't buy it. But I always found that logic particularly flawed because the stock market in general is risky. So if you're gonna let us buy any stock, or in some cases people are reporting that the stock was sold without their consent, yes, class action lawsuits have been filed, then that means you should probably start looking at trading elsewhere. There's a few other brokerage services that come up like E-Trade, or I personally use Vanguard myself. Not financial advice though, I'm no expert in this subject, and there's a lot of details I'm glossing over for the sake of this being a tech video, but Apple is trying to get more into services these days anyway because they want higher services revenue, likely because they know product sales in time are not going to be as sustainable, and there's going to be a growing issue of what do we add to this next product, or how do we make our current products better and getting people to upgrade to them. So that's what Tim Cook has tried to do with Apple One, of course. All of these different subscription services people can sign up for, and most brokerages do make a bit of money just from the fees involved with buying and selling stocks. I mean, there's a lot that don't have fees, and there's certainly other ways of capitalizing on the process of buying and selling trades. And in the same way, the Apple Card doesn't necessarily have any fees. It has interest fees, but Apple does get to make money on each transaction with that card. So knowing that they have biometrics on almost every device like Face ID or Touch ID, they could be a lot more secure than people who are accustomed to using Robinhood, which has had all kinds of cybersecurity issues in the past, all kinds of data breaches and that kind of thing. But what I believe attracted a lot of people to Robinhood and what made it so appealing to everyday investors was how clean and simple and minimal the user interface was. They made investing in the stock market very approachable, whereas apps like Vanguard are a bit more clunky and a bit less clean, and E-Trade's probably a bit better, and I appreciate that both those services have iPad apps, which Robinhood does not. That's a dumb enough reason to use them as is. But either way, I can't deny that a lot of these entry-level services that are kind of marketed towards millennials and younger demographics, it makes stock trading look a lot more simple and a lot less complicated, and that's how they probably got a lot of people to sign up for their service. That and giving away free stocks. But I think Apple is the only company that could probably one-up some of these brands on making a more clean, integrated, simple user interface, probably even more than what those brokerages could do, because Apple could integrate a Stocks Plus service or a brokerage app directly into the Stocks app on your iPhone, or directly into the Stocks widget that a lot of people use. And that way you don't need to download a third-party app from the App Store. You don't need to have a separate password just for that account. No, because if you sign up for Apple Card or you have the Apple Pay Cash card, they already have your debit information. They already have a link to your bank account. They already have a way to deposit funds to you. Signing up and setting up a brokerage service through Apple would be a whole lot easier, and knowing how much Apple cares about security and privacy and not selling out your data, they would most likely be able to create one of the most secure and reliable brokerage accounts over anybody else you could possibly use at this time. So it may not be as profitable as a TV Plus or an arcade, but you certainly could get a very large user base, as Apple loves putting those stupid little pop-ups in iOS that say, please sign up for this service, sign up for this service. If they just want another little tab to add to the stocks app and just be like, hey, you want to start buying and selling some of these stocks? You seem to be looking in the stock app all the time. And I think they could certainly do a lot better than what a lot of brokerage companies are doing right now. And as long as they're allowing you to buy and sell the stocks that you want to buy and sell, that would automatically put them quite a bit higher. And it would also give Apple a chance to let the everyday consumer invest in crypto if they do want to do such a thing. But either way, I want Apple to go into more finance services as a whole, because I'm really enjoying the Apple Card personally, and if Apple made a brokerage service, that's one thing I could actually see myself signing up for and using regularly. Or if Apple decided to go into the online bank industry and just become a bank themselves, that way you could buy Apple products with unprecedented speed, because it's like, oh, you're ready to buy an iPhone? We already literally have your money. We're just going to deduct it from your account, ship it to you before you even realize you ordered one. Sounds like something Apple would be great at, so that's why I'm recommending it today. But of course, I'm an idiot, so feel free to correct me with all of my vocabulary inaccuracies in the comments below, or tell me why you think it would be a horrible idea, or any other potential thoughts you might have on Apple becoming a broker. So thank you all for watching. This is your Apple Sheep here. I'll see you guys in the next one.